follow no steps or no nothing like that. I'm used to punching through a job, and I work like 10 times faster than this, like I said. So me filming this slows me down, but I gotta have concentration because I gotta get the angles for you, and I gotta make sure you taking off the correct stuff. So now I'm probably gonna have the headset, the GoPro on, mixing and matching on what I'm gonna be taking off. It's a bracket on top of the transmission I need to get to. I need to at least take off, like, I need 4 more transmission bolts. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. I'm gonna at least leave one of them on. I always leave at least one off. That's in the easiest spot to get, so that way when I drop the trans, it's just, the boat is accessible. It ain't no problem. I ain't gotta like dig all the way in the back. So, other stuff I gotta address off, like gotta take the cooler lines off. Transmission mount, I'm gonna remove that. I need to take the axles off. You should already know how to remove the axles. You don't know how to remove the axles? I just said, like, this guide is for people who are mechanically inclined. They just want to punch through a job like this, you feel me? So, I mean, I'm done talking. Let's just get to work. There's a nut on this transmission. I thought it was 13. Alright, so that's off. Put this on the lift. So that's off. So next, I'm going to do this axle, which is easy. Just wedge it. Use the wedge part of the pry bar. And it comes up just like that. Don't pry up against the case. You can damage it. Just do it the way I did it. You can only pry a little bit when it's already out. But initially, don't do it that way. I didn't drain fluid out of here. I will once I get everything out. Put this off to the side. On Northstar, they be having all of this extra shit on here. So put these bolts off to the side now, and should be able to wiggle this line. I did remove the line from the top. There's one more line up here. We're going to remove that in a second, but not right now. And this transmission connector right here, I hope you can see it. Probably I should just disconnect it right now since it gotta come off anyway. They make these so complicated, but it is 2 tabs on it. You squeeze really hard. There we go. I got it separated. And there is 3 ground wires on the transmission. You need to remove those as well. I shouldn't have to get the camera and show you, but my hand is right here, and just come around on this side. You'll look right there above it, and one right on top where the starter would have been, but the starter is not there. It's on top of the motor. So let me get those off real quick. We got a bracket. We got a few things we're going to remove. For one, I already told you about these 3 grounds. 1, 2, and then 3 up here. And then you want to remove this. This is like a beam, like a bar beam, whatever you want to call it. I was ready to curse and everything. I already loosened this a little bit, but there is another 15mm nut right here. You can sneak and get in there with the probably you can get in there with a 3/8 setup. So I'm gonna go do that real quick and take that off. I should have told you this dropped in the water. I mean, I'm sorry, this catch can with oil in it. This shield right here, this is for the this is how you get to your torque converter bolts right here. So I have easy access, but there's also 2 bolts that I had previously removed, one right here and then the other one right here. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. I need to get that cleaned up. Things happen. So now all I gotta do is stick my nice long ratchet wrench in here. These would be the easiest torque converter bolts to get out ever. Easiest. And they look very, very shallow too. And you got a little slit too, you can slide them out. I'm gonna show you only me removing only one. Only one bolt. Sorry, I'm stuttering and thinking at the same time. Damn, that thing probably never came off. And this is simple. Like I said, it's one right above it and then one on the top left of the bell housing on in the same you know, perimeter basically. These are important grounds. Anything grounded to your engine or anything grounded to the transmission is very, 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 very important for your electronics and computers. Electronics overall, they don't just rely on ground from the frame, from the chassis itself. There is a clip. I already did one on the transmission line. And I did it in the back of the transmission. There's one line that runs in the back. Then there's another line that runs in the front. I thought I did one in the front, but I didn't. So you're gonna have to pick the clip out. Pick the clip out, it's not hard. You need a pick. You have to literally pick one end out. You can lift up the one end, the clip should come out of this hole. And then you see it come out, and then grab the pick and it'll come out easily. Not always it'll come out easily. If you lose these, you can always go to AutoZone and go get another one. They sell these in a pack. And don't feel bad if you lose these, because I lost plenty of these before. They just be flinging everywhere. And just to show you what it looked like, it's like this this horseshoe type of clip. It's hard to see from like a distance. Can you see it from here? I think you can see it. Yeah. Horseshoe clip. At least that's what I call it. I'm gonna put that right there. And then this line, just easily just pull it out. Fluid might leak, but it's cool. That's why I got my catch can for. Catch it a little bit. Pull it out. And I did say fluid was going to leak, and yes, it is doing that. So I'm going to let it leak out, let it do its thing. And then when it's done, I'll just wipe it off, because we don't want all this leakage everywhere. Bad enough, I already got some. Alright, so I was able to break it free. It's more than one spot you can actually get to these torque converter bolts. So kind of came in here with like a ratchet wrench, and I had like a long ratchet with like, I think I got a socket still up in here with an extension. I don't know what I did with my socket. Here we go, right here. Got it out. Need that because that's expensive, so I'm gonna get in here with a ratchet wrench. Make sure my light is pointed where it need to be. It probably might be a little dark, but just bear with me. And I always say, use your imagination if you've been following me for a long time. It is moving. This Loctite is a B. I did have to heat this up a little bit too. This one was the tightest. Go this one. He's just annoying right now. Sticky right there. Then when you hear that noise, it sound like somebody tapping the bell, you know your torque converter bolts are loose. So I'm gonna finish backing this off and just wait for me. All right, so this view you looking at is, I'm on top of the engine. And see that black bolt right under the wire harness? You see like a yellow wire, and if you look down, it's a black bolt. So let me zoom the camera the opposite direction. Sorry about that. See where I'm at? I'm going back in. So you're gonna have to somehow get down there and finesse that bolt out. And you should already got your two bolts on the on under the throttle body right here. It's 2 bolts right here, and it should be 2 more bolts down here. So 2, actually 1, 2. It should be total of 6 bolts, but mostly when I be getting these, it be 5. So we gonna see in a second. I pretty much underestimated the bolt pattern, and when I say I underestimated it, literally, it was only 4 transmission bolts. Here's one right here. That's hard to get to. Put that right there in a second. But transit's loose. I'm wiggling, as you can see. So now I'm gonna just go up on the lift. So it was only 4 transmission bolts I had to take off. Look, I'm used to taking off like at least minimum 5. So maybe something was missing, or maybe this model only came with 4. Who knows? Should have everything for you. Alright, something. Let me make some adjustments over here. Alright, that's good. Alright, I can keep going now. Next, I'm going to take off this flex plate. When we say flex plate, y'all might call it a flywheel. This is not a manual transmission, so just say flex plate. Or you could say how the old head says, just say ring gear. And remember that bolt I was telling you about? Well, actually, this one was the hard one. So it was literally only 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 bolts. So yeah, I guess I didn't have to take the exhaust like how I thought I had to take it off. All this to get to the rear main seal. It's leaking too. I can see it through the hole. And I'll take it off in a second. As you can see, part 2 was just, I'm scrambling. My ordering is not right. It's not like how I wanted it to be. I did say in the beginning, in like part 1, is the order is going to be just random. Whatever I say, take off. Because I'm used to working straight through. I literally punch through jobs like this without stopping and not recording. So I took extra time to record this type of job. So, and I hope y'all really appreciate that. So this is part 2. Part 1 is me taking out the subframe, doing the suspension. Part 2, I said that was part 1, doing the suspension and subframe. I don't know if I messed up. Part 2 is me removing the transmission. And then we got tomorrow, which is the following video, because I know the timing is going to be different. But the following video is going to be part 3, me doing a seal and installing a new seal and stuff. And that's really fast, relatively fast compared to the removal process of everything from part 1 to part 2. So hit the like button, subscribe button. You got any car questions, hit me up in the email, leekautorepair@gmail.com. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram. I'll just be on there acting crazy, just be doing me. That's where I be at when y'all never see me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, Leekautorepair. Hit me up in the message, let me know what video you film me on. You from Philly, metropolitan area, Delaware County, Montgomery County, Chester County, Bucks County, whatever, Berks County, whatever county, let me know. Look, got car stuff, got car issues, we figure it out. I get to you. We get your car here, we figure it out. So when I say we, I'm just talking in the third person, the otherly. So hit me up in the email or hit me up in on Instagram, and I'll holla at y'all.